Boom. We are. What's going on? Welcome. All right. So my name is Ola. I'm the creator of this platform, Man of Prestige. All right. And the idea is that we're on a journey together. The idea is that we want to learn from each other. I'm not necessarily the man of prestige. I'm one of hopefully. Okay. If you're here hanging out with me and you're a man, you are a man of prestige, because there's a reason why my message or my rhetorics, or the way I break things down, there's a reason why it resonates with you. Okay. Now, if you're a lady and you're hanging out with me, you're welcome as well. I just want you to relax, have a good time, and just see how typical men of prestige will move in society, and how they engage, how they talk, how they interact with each other, even in disagreement, but we're all growing, we're all learning. There's an evolution going on, as you can see, and it is what it is. We will find ourselves in the midst of what seems to be like a gender war, but that's not the only type of war that exists. There are many other different ways. There's disagreements everywhere, and things like that. So without any further ado, there's a couple of things that we're going to do. We're going to talk about Tariq Nasheed versus Nigerians. I am a Nigerian by heritage, born in the United States, raised in Nigeria, spent most of my life in the United States. It is what it is. I didn't create that necessarily. It's just the trajectory of my life so far. I'm a 42-year-old man at this point in time. I am a very happy man. I'm happily married. And, I've had some adversities in life. I've also won a lot in life. So I kind of have a best of both worlds in terms of living in the worst part of the world, living in the best part of the world, having both. So I can see, so a lot of times it may sound like I'm talking from both sides of my mouth. That's okay. I want you to make that okay. I'm sure you already made that okay. That's why you're here, right? I just try to understand. I try to see the good in everything, no matter what the situation is. Now, I didn't fall out of the skies like that. I've also had experiences that would make me want to think in absolutes. But I've also learned that in the long term, that's not the way to move. In the short term, it may feel right to just be absolute. Everything is this way, right? The way you see things, right? But in the long term, I've learned that things can vary. So without any further ado, let's do some quick intro. Just keep in mind that I always allow masculine women to handle feminine men. Okay.
Hey! Yo! Me, nigga! Fuck wrong with you, nigga? Come on! Where my glasses? Get off of me before I drop your goofy ass again. Now beat that, bitch ass nigga. Pay for this shit. Hurry up.
No,
Pay for that shit and hurry up before I drop your ass again. Touch me, then I'm gonna drop
stop video for they
Quit
help
touching
me.
me.
You got my key.
Quit touching me.
help you.
No,
Nobody help you.
All right. To say that more accurately, right? Feminine men will always attract masculine women. It is what it is. I didn't create that. Look at your results. Look at what's going on in your life. If you find that you often surround yourself, even if it's a show, right? Even if it's engagement on the show, on Clubhouse, if you find that you often engage masculine women, something about you is feminine. I didn't create that. Sexual polarity, it is what it is. If you look at magnets in physics, in science, we don't create that. It's just the way it works in this life, right? And we're going to talk more about that. Just keep that at the back of your mind. And shout out to Lead Attorney. I'm going to be using this drop sometimes right here.
Thank you so much, the man of prestige. Shout out to my man Ola. Ola came up here and talked about the sign language, gave us his impression, and gave us his speech on what he thought sign language was.
Right. So yes, the sign language, body language. I'm going to read people. I'm going to read their body language, including that of the Lead Attorney himself. And the Lapeef Network, all of those guys on there. Some of you are here because you've seen me on those platforms when I called in. and that, you know, we'll continue to evolve, right? I'm still learning, you know. I want to get straight to the point now. We've got a few things I want to cover. I think the first thing I should probably cover today is Meagan Good, right? So what you can see is that I'll try to come here live maybe Thursdays or Fridays. I'm feeling on this whole thing. Just know that for the gentlemen, okay, I have 100 videos on this platform right now already, okay. They are brand new. I created them for you. We're going to be talking about social skills, emotional intelligence, social skills, emotional intelligence, right? Something that if you are an extremist, you would probably refer to it as simpish behavior, but precisely reasons why you won't get laid if you don't learn how to move. Either you're in a marriage or not, okay? You're gonna be lonely, you're just gonna be bitter or come off as bitter, which means you attract masculine women even when you don't intend to. Intentions are overrated. You're gonna see me say some of these things over and over again, and please feel free to push back at me, okay? Because that's how I learn as well, right? When I first came into this space where men are just talking on the YouTube, you know, some things were weird to me, you know, because frankly, the school of thought that I came from, we don't move, we move like kings, right? We don't argue with women, right? If we argue with women, we knew that we already fucked up at that point in time. If we ever find ourselves in a space where we're arguing with women, we knew we point the fingers back ourselves, right? Not necessarily guilt, because the problem is that a lot of people start to feel guilty and then they overreact in the name of trying to be alpha and masculine. So, but today, I think we're talking about, like I said, we're talking about Meagan Good, okay? We're also going to talk about Tariq Nasheed, this gentleman right here, versus the Nigerian people. There was a big battle that was trendy all over Twitter that went down, and between him and I think he has a movement called the Foundational Black Americans and Nigerians in America. And there was a lot of things there, and I saw a few things. There's some clips I'm going to play back here that I feel like we should assess together. I want to know what your thoughts are. Either you're watching me live or you're watching a rebroadcast. I want to know what your thoughts are. There is battle everywhere. There's a war everywhere. There's tribalistic war in nations around the world, in America, in Nigeria, in Africa, in the Caribbean. And again, sometimes I may sound like I'm talking from both sides of my mouth. That's because I understand both sides.